Hey, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld. It is our Star Trekkers run! And the first thing we gotta do this episode is deal with a little mech cluster. But they don't have a high shield, and even if they did, we have some EMP, mortar shells. We're gonna go and blow this up, and I don't think we'll have too much of a problem with it. Bosk needs a weapon. You're pretty good shots. Tell you what, let's give you the assault rifle. And then Flamingo is actually a decent shot too, but is currently packing a revolver and is less good of a shot. Actually, maybe I should do a swap round. Flamingo is currently at a 6. Okay, Mick is not the greatest of all shots. So let's go and get you to get some EMP grenades to help out. And then Flamingo, pick up... Oh, you were just sorting it. Pick up the excellent heavy SMG. That's going to be fine. Let's make sure that everyone is in the full safe zone. Animals are there. Great. And you guys have re-equipped yourself. Okay, let's tell everyone to go to the safe zone. Except for some people. Well, this might be part of the safe zone. I don't know. Are going to man some guns. And then, do I want to set a target? I guess, ideally, if we could maybe... drop some hits on the centipede, that would be ideal. If there was a mortar around, I'd go ahead and just target that. But as is, we're just looking to wake these guys up. There you go. Oh, I could have synced up the attacks, but that's fine. Okay, we got a couple of landing pods, a couple of scythers. Okay, that's fine. How much damage would we do to centipede? 0, because of course, why would we ever do any actual damage? Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna pull the people off of this. Oh, Wolf is not currently wearing armor. Hold on. Y'all get over there. Wolf, go and pick up your steel plate. Then come over here, and then everyone else, including Mick, get into some kind of position over here, please. Was that another screen shake? Did something else just arrive? Did this Scorcher just arrive? No, it took damage, so it must have been hit by the mortar shell. All right. Boop, 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 boop. And Wolf, okay, you got your armor on. You're going there, but actually I'll redirect you over here. That's going to be fine. Mick will put you there. Put some people into various forms of cover. All right. And start tossing right over there. Because I actually don't want to stun them down the hall here. That might be annoying. Okay, good. We've got a firing angle on you, which is great. And then we're just waiting for the centipede. Oh, the centipede and... What's behind here? A Militor. Are you, like, having stacking problems? Is that why you're stuck there? Hey, Mick, it's actually fine. Like, we don't have ammunition, so we're not using up charges on our EMP grenade, but it does feel a little bit silly. What is... There's still an effect going on there. That was weird. Get stunned! Oh, you didn't even get a shot off. Perfect! Come on. Nice. Okay. And then, you know what? I'll just let the explosions go by. Although, we might not be able to time warp while that's happening. I really should install a mod that lets me force the time warp. There are a number of them. Come on down. I guess it doesn't reset the time warp. Okay. Oh, you did get a flame off, although no one got hurt. All right. Well, not from the flame. No one got set on fire, I mean. Wolf isn't slightly injured from meleeing, but you're going to be okay. Although we should replace your eye at some point. I don't think the vision's as important for melee, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, I was going to unrestrict all, but I'm not sure that's the thing we want to do. In fact, we're going to keep everyone locked to this for the safe mode for a little bit longer. And then... Yeah, you're meditating. We're going to skip over the person who's in a slightly saltier mood. And sure, throw you in here. And let's just finish off this mech cluster, please. Boom, 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 boom. No need to set a target or to coordinate the attacks. Just try to blast all this stuff, please. I don't think the turrets will target the psychic droner unless I force them, and there's no reason to do that. We just kill everything else, and then we'll get there. Okay, mech assembler is down. In fact, if targeting anything might have made sense, it might have been that. We don't need to worry about destroying the low shield. Just have someone come out and clean that up. As long as the 2 turrets are gone. For maximum safety, please. If you'll ever hit another shot, maybe, maybe. This thing hasn't been damaged yet. Neither has this one. God, mortars are so embarrassing. There we go. Finally hit that. Now everyone's going to focus over here. No reinforced barrel or steel mortar. I'm guessing... Because we do have mortars, but it might not be in an allowed area. Or too far away. Seriously, you guys still haven't hit this thing? You remember the old, like, Quill who would never use mortars because of exactly this kind of BS? This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Finally one of them hit. We only need 2 hits, it looks like. There we go. Thank you. All right, let me reset everyone to get them off of that, and then remove these restrictions, please. Combat supplier caravan. Nice. And then, Wolf, would you be so kind as to go over here and punch the crap out of that thing? Thanks. Everyone will get a mood buff, at least, because we destroyed a mech cluster. All right, what we got? You got medicine. We got lots of medicine. I think there's a... Oh, no, it's not a primitive troop. Tech Prince. Never Sleep is... Like, pros and cons. You know what? I'm going to pick that up. We don't have a ton of cash, but we could sell them... something? You know what? We don't need a revolver. This stuff I'll keep around. I still might use those. We could sell off our vac suits because we're trying to go to Marine Armor, but I'm not sure about this yet. Why don't I just... I'm going to sell off like 100 units of gold. I'm not going to take all their silver. And I mean, we had enough silver to buy what we had, but I think that's fine. I think that's more gold than we need. And we can get some more with the scanner fairly easily. Yeah, let's get that going. Mick, I'm going to get you to change to a Hellcat rifle, please. Excellent. And then Wolf. Nice. Unforbid, we'll put in a deconstruct order on the little bits of walls that are left over here. And we got some plasteel. Oh no, we did have a component. A component survived all that. Well, that's all right. And then we've got some corpses to shred. Rebuilding these walls. What's our wood situation at? We don't have a lot right now. Do we still have a bunch sitting around outside? We do have some over here. And some more wood designated to be chopped. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about that. Riveter's reached 20 in construction. It's possible Riveter's reached 20 in construction before. And just like, you know, lost a little bit of XP. And then just regained it. I'm not sure. Do I want to turn off the long-range mineral scanner? We have tons of plasteel. I don't think we have to look for gold. I think we're fine. I'm just going to go and power this off. And then we won't be doing any research over there. I mean, we're not going to be doing any research anywhere, but that's fine. We got some steel happening there. I think there's a little bit more there. I could go and deconstruct this stuff. I don't know how much it matters, but you know what? We'll put... Oh! There's a mortar over here! Well, I guess we may as well at least... Oh, there's a roof there. Install it in our base. Put it there. We could deconstruct it as well, but what the hell? Let's throw that in there. We can have a more intense firing next time. All right, Lifter's going out there. Lifter's not terribly quick, but, you know, still fine. We got a little bit of polluted ground over here, but that's, I don't think that's causing a problem. All right, let's talk about production. We have 3 fabrication benches going on. I would like more grab-light panels, because one of the things I know I want to do is plop another one of these down, just for the extra structure, but we can also extend this down here. I don't think we'll be able to do all the warp nacelles and everything like that, but we can build our little so-called engineering section here, which might be where we store our fuel, might also be where we set up our stockpile, although we're going to keep using the stockpile over here for now. Food's okay. It's going down a little bit. We could hunt a bunch of meat. Maybe we'll do it right now while we've got a quiet period. Okay, that seems all right to me. I think this is still an animal stockpile, a corpse stockpile, so let me move my stockpile over here. Clear all, critical, don't allow rotten, and just for animal corpses. There we go, right near the butcher table. And actually, while I'm at it, what I also want is maybe right in here, sure, why not? This stockpile, which is for unfinished items, I'm going to move it into here, which is going to be closer to most of the manufacturing, although there's still this research bench over here, or fabrication bench. Let's trim this down a bunch. I'll have you finish the charge rifle, and actually, if there's a charge rifle job anywhere else... Okay, there was, but it's set to 0. I'm just going to go blank it out for a second. And we'll leave this here. I mean, probably, I'm betting this fabrication bench doesn't get to these, especially with the grab light panels. So let's go and thin this out anyway. We only have one super highly skilled person for crafting. Although we might have someone else who's over 10 at this point. Tracker might be over 10. They are. And that's usually where I set the thing. But Spork is like at a 19. So we really would like Spork to be the one who exclusively makes the stuff where quality matters. So, you know what? Actually, I will leave the charge rifle job here. Oh, it had no skill requirement. I'm going to set it to 15. And same thing here. I'm going to go and increase these guys to 15 just to make sure Spork's the only one who works on those. And this charge rifle. You know what? Actually, I guess I should move the charge rifle job over here, because that will leave the other 2 stations open from other crafters. I will put it at the top because I think we've got an unfinished one, and set it to 15. Okay, so Spork might go and jump on one of these. I could encourage them to go over here. Oh, you do planting as well. Hold on. Spork, I want you to focus completely on crafting. I hadn't noticed that. In fact, Tracker, same thing. We've got plenty of people on farming duties, so yeah. And then Mick is focusing on crafting. They're not too good at it right now, but they'll work on components. So the idea is that hopefully Tracker and Mick go and occupy themselves on these most of the time, making the components, leaving this the only bench that Spork can work on and do that. Now, if Spork takes a beat to go and make some of these components or gravlight panels, it's hardly the end of the world. Hunting alpaca. Yeah, we do have hunting on for you. Okay. As I say, I can go and just force Spork to do this. Although Spork's also going to get hungry soon, so I'll want to make sure to be a little careful, I think, with that. Bosk is fully healed. Great. Vanderbeck, hopefully you're getting some education. We do have the schooling. I'm hoping you do it enough. We will see. Spork, what are you up to? You're doing another hunt. You know what? And you did go and feed yourself. I'm going to go and force you to go and fabricate over here instead. And yeah, there's our unfinished stuff. Oh, including a vac suit helmet. Tell you what, really we only need the vac suit helmet for the kiddo. Count equipped. We're going to set these both to 1. But I'll add a job right at the top here just to finish this one. Unless I just cancel it. We do have a lot of vac suit helmets. But we might still need some for the first like trip to space. I mean, hopefully our ship will be airtight and people just won't go out there. I don't know. Do I just cancel? Yeah, I'm just going to cancel the vac suit helmet. Okay. There you go. And Spork is going to work. And I think... unfinished there. Did I have an unfinished one sitting around? Maybe I was wrong. But, you know, it's okay. We need another gun. Actually, oh, Colm is up again. I hadn't noticed that. I don't want to give you one of these two. So, yeah. There you go. We'll want the charge rifle for this. That seems good. And, yeah, we need grab light panels over here. Hopefully someone will get around to it. A solar flare. That's somewhat annoying, but okay. Oh, this stuff instantly rot. We do have this normally coolered, right? Yeah. I guess this was on the cusp of rotting. So as soon as the freezer died. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I will go and try to monitor the temperature in these things afterwards, though. We got some more rot happening. We did have the insect stuff around for a long time. And I think there was a while where I was running this without the fridge. Alpha Thrombo expired. That's okay. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it's fine. So Spork's working there. We don't actually have any kind of skill requirements on any of this. I guess Spork just picked up... well, there was no smithing to do because this was turned off, and decided to do tailoring instead. That's fine. Heck, it's still okay for training. You work at half speed without the power, but weirdly that might mean less material usage and more skill gain. All right, thank you, Solar Flare. Go away. Extra power back. And yeah, I'll double check the temperature on this stuff. And yeah, we do have more rice harvesting. We got the hay over there. Although I don't necessarily need the hay the same way anymore. That was to set up some kibble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disable sowing for the hay grass. We won't plant it again. I don't think there's any other hay grass over here. We'll just do the one cycle of hay. Since, yeah, unless we get another insect attack, we're not going to be using... I'm not going to do kibble. Everyone is on paste, or the 2 people on raw. Vanderbeck's on default, which is going to be fine for now. Spork's having a snooze, which is fine. And then we've got some repairs going on over here. This room is a little less beautiful than it used to be, but that's okay. This is not an ideal gathering spot because it's such a tight little space. But it might have to be fine. Do I want to tear this down at this point? I don't know. But I can move the chess table. over here. Since we don't have the other entertainment objects yet. I'm still hoping to put all the entertainment stuff over in the 10 forward lounge, but leaving it as a religious building is fine. All right, snooze over there. Was this a really fancy bed? It is a masterwork royal bed. It is. Okay, we're going to want to make sure to bring that with us. And if any of these wooden beds are masterwork, we might do that as well. I'm not sure. I think steel beds might have the same comfort as wooden beds. Stone beds obviously don't. But I'm not sure about steel. Do I want to leave these open? No, I guess for temperature control, this is all supposed to be closed up. Unless I replace these all with vac barriers, which I think will happen, but maybe not right this second. Okay, temperature in here 21, temperature in here minus 18. Okay, so that is good. Things are remarkably clean too. That's nice to see. And then Spork, what are you up to? You're making high explosive shells. I'm going to get you to focus over here, my friend. Making charge rifle. Wait. We did have an unfinished charge rifle. Why are you starting a second one? How did that happen? I could cancel it, but I guess it's not the end of the world, although I will have to change this to say make 2. Maybe one of these unfinished projects was kept in a limbo, not a stockpile? No, I'm really confused. Because they shouldn't start a fresh project. Maybe someone was carrying one of these when you started it, when I was changing the job allocation. I don't know. It's fine. And then, yes, we get some advanced components being made here because some was just used by that. Inspired trade with Sardine. You even have social skills, Sardine? Where are you? There. Oh, you actually are decent at social stuff. Okay, plasteel deposit expired. That's fine. I don't think we're really looking to get this going. Some dusters being made. I mean, in theory, as we get more marine armor, that's going to be less of a thing. Yeah, let's keep working on the charge rifles. The thing, like, armor protects an individual person. A good weapon protects everyone. Like, if I had to choose between a legendary piece of armor and a legendary weapon, I would choose the legendary weapon. Because, again, legendary armor just protects one person. Although, it's clearly awesome. I'm not going to turn it down. But yeah, now I could reorder things to not do the second charge rifle anymore so we can focus on the armor, but I think this is okay. We really mostly need the one for Colm. Although we've got some other people who are a little bit behind times on some weapons. All right. Recreation time, good. I'm happy that you stopped doing the force job. Because I don't want you to snap just because I told you to prioritize a particular piece of work. Okay, rice harvest is there. We're at 2,000 food now. Hopefully the food is going up. Now, we did just do a big hunt, which obviously helps a lot. We're still prioritizing the wood for our chem fuel rather than our rice. That might change later, but that is what's going on now. Oh, I don't have anyone assigned to mining, which is okay, because we do have a lot of steel, but I can probably go and re-enable that for you two. With Tracker, the mining is going to go on a 3, because I still want the crafting to happen first. But Colm and Wolf, you can go out and mine the steel. We don't need that much now, but we are burning through it pretty quickly, and we'll probably want to collect it before we leave. Still waiting for the Gravelite panels. I wonder, should I put the Gravelite panels higher than the components? Not really, and here's why. Because I think, generally speaking, most of the stuff that's using the advanced components over here are really long jobs, and I really want to make sure they're happening, like with Spork, for example. So I do think I want to prioritize having the advanced components. We got a combat trade ship. Well, Sardine, why don't we go ahead and give him a ring, since you've got your inspiration and decent social. Combat merchants might not have what we want. Well, we'll buy some components. I don't need the shuttle engine. I don't need to... We'll keep the go juice. The sentient catalyst I'm going to keep around because we might have fun with it. I could buy more reinforced barrels. I'm not convinced I need that right now. I could decide to sell off some vac suits. Buy the Phoenix armor, new. Or maybe the vac suit helmets more than anything. I don't know, maybe, are we okay? I'm going to keep the vac suits for now. We might end up selling them later. We got a few more components, so at least there's that. Because that's another big sink, but there we go. Oh, Spork, see, you're up. I want you to prioritize fabricating over here. And yeah, you're going to keep working on finishing that charge rifle. So there's still 2. See, I was going to say there's another unfinished charge rifle kicking around. It's nearly done. That one needed less work to finish, but this one was closer at the time, I think, which is why you did it. And that's okay. I could decide to not keep the components in this unfinished pile, but advanced component, that's fine. Ooh, you are desperately hungry. Well, you should go as soon as this charge rifle is done. I'm hoping you'll stop your current work. You might start on another one, in which case we'll cancel it, but I'm going to make sure this finishes, please. Hey, Wolf, level 15 mining. Congratulations, buddy. Proud of ya. All right, good. And then, yeah, no, you're going back to work. So I'm going to reset you so to get a meal. And then actually, you're fine. Yeah. Make charge rifle. That's going to finish in 2 seconds. Home, let's make sure to equip a weapon for you. And then we'll upgrade someone else over here. There we go. Now you're working on a marine helmet, which is just about done. Perfect. That's what we're looking for. Who should we upgrade next? Barnett, what is this one? That's a heavy SMG. Yo, you're a pretty bad shot, though. So a short-range weapon kind of makes sense for you. I can't remember if the Hellcat rifle is like the SMG or an assault rifle. I guess it is like an assault rifle. Which isn't bad, and you're also not a tremendous shot. That's a heavy SMG and you're a better shot. Tell you what, you go ahead and grab that. And then we might cycle some more stuff over here. I'm not sure. Okay. Go. Now you're working on marine armor. Lovely. Perfect. That's really what we're looking for. And again, people might not be prioritizing the pickup. That's okay. I guess ultimately we're targeting... We got 15 adults. Or sorry, 15 people, 14 adults. Yeah, maybe I should go and prioritize... Because Colm doesn't even have a helmet on. So we'll do that. Although, part of me is wondering if I should encourage you to finish the marine armor first, because you did start the project. But I kind of like the idea of protecting everyone's noggin. Yeah. Yeah. So this job here is the one that is counting equipped and wants them to be at least normal or better and 60% HP. All right. You're going to sleep, which is fine. You've probably been out doing some mining, which is great. Riveter, what are you doing? You're making some chem fuel. Okie dokie. That's fine too. Out of wood, and we still have a decent amount of wood. We might chop some more. Can I grow fiber corn in this? I think the rice is just, might still be better. I think people did the math, and like just growing rice and then converting the rice to chem fuel is like the best sort of infinite machine here. This, oh, this room is unroofed, which, yes, that is correct. I'll probably end up moving the solar panels outside ultimately. Or, again, I think they'll look really good in the warp nacelles. I think it'll be a cool visual effect. But yeah, just leave this here for now is fine. And yeah, power's been okay. We might be overkilling power at this point, but I'm not going to complain about that. Should I just tear down this long-range mineral scanner? I partially can't see myself needing another long-range mineral scanner on this map. We'll probably want one as part of the ship to keep hunting for things like long-term, but it's hard to believe we'll run out of any of this anytime soon. Gold is the lowest, but we don't, and we need a trickle of gold, I think, for the advanced components. Yeah, 3 gold. It's like, so we can make a lot there. I don't know, is it worth doing another gold mining? If nothing else, we could sell it. Can we scan for silver? You know what? That's actually worthwhile. Let's turn that back on and do some silver scans. I forgot that we can always do that. That's tracker. Okay, working on a gravlight panel here. I'm gonna go and... Yeah, and then Spork's working a gravlight panel somewhere else. I want Spork to work here. Should I... Hold on. Should I make these set to Spork, or with the skill thing, just to make sure no one else reserves this station? I don't know. There's nothing that stops Spork from grabbing one of the other places, though, and then ruining everything. Menace pods? Okay, you want me to crash down this and a Persona Core. I don't think we need a Persona Core in this run. I'm just going to go and cancel that. Turns out that we need one. We can always... well, I'm sure we'll get another quest at some point. And it really does take a lot of work to make those advanced components. I suppose I could put a regular component job on this one. I don't think we need that. A little shield pack, but we need some components for that. High explosive shells are good. That is eating more of our chem fuel, but that's fine. And there we go. Other advanced components. Yeah, really need them. I don't want the bulk advanced component jobs to be available if we could. That's tracker. Who's the other one? Mick, right? What are you working on? High explosive shells. Okay, and that's legit. We do want to make sure we've got a target number of high explosive shells. Because if we run out, we did use a lot, missing a lot of times on that recent attack. If we did run out of that at the wrong time, that could be incredibly inconvenient. Spork, I'm going to reset you because you are miserable, my friend. It's like, yeah, I forced the job, but I didn't mean that forced. I'm not I'm not that much of a taskmaster. Who am I? Greg Davies? No. Anyway, on that, let's go and put a cut on this episode. Yeah, easily took care of the mech cluster as expected. And then, yeah, with 3 fabrication bench, we're still in this like holding pattern of needing either more gravelite panels to go to be able to go to space, and we do want to get ourselves our end game armor. And then we'll shut down the and I think it will be a full shutdown, not a control of the mech cluster. I don't remember. With the pirate run, we went for a control, right? And I think we'd go for a shutdown on this one. Oh, we do have lots of extra storage too, which is nice. This is an arcade capsule there. Yeah. If we ever want to do some genetic modification, which I always pick up the cool stuff and then never use it, because why would I? This is the one that would need one, yeah. So this is the I never get older, but the super immunity is cool. Pale yellow skin doesn't matter, but this, I think, here's the thing. A super immunity might also require, I don't know, maybe not. So this one, we almost don't need the anti-aging thing. And it's adding... Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was a freebie from a metabolic point of view. Because I was say, oh, if we could take that off and save some metabolic stuff. But other than the fact that it costs the arcite capsules, that's not too bad. Should probably do a gene pack. Maybe with like all 3 of these. Although they would get super hungry. Oh yeah, the never sleep is -6, which fair because that is a huge boost. Minus the fast. So like this to give someone super immune for the -2 is well worth it. And then as a bonus, the not aging. I don't know who we'd give it to, but we should consider that. If ever I do it. That's an excellent SMG. SMG. If it was masterwork, I'd probably rate it higher than an assault rifle because of the bonus damage, and I think maybe bonus penetration. But until you get to masterwork and legendary, there's not increased damage, just increased accuracy, in which case probably just the assault rifles are fine. Although, see, that's normal. It's not even good. That's an interesting question. Anyway, I'll put the cut in here. Folks, thanks for watching another episode. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.